Assalamu alaikum, student of class 10. I am Khurshid Alam Rani from Square High School and College, and today I am going to show you how to create object and the use of selection tool and direct selection tool and much more of Adobe Illustrator software. So let's get started. In the preparatory stage of creating objects, the elementary process of making different kinds of shapes should be learned. For example, square, rectangles, circles, ellipse, multi-angular, starry and spiral shape. To create object, you have to go to the toolbar, that is from here you will find rectangle tools, and look it carefully. It's a group tool. The rectangle tool will be selected if clicked with mouse pointer. And after bringing the mouse pointer inside the screen, the clicking anywhere and drag diagonally below and release the pressure on the mouse, a square or rectangular object will be created. Now, if rectangular tool is selected and you put the mouse pointer on the screen and click on mouse, it will ask for the dimension, that is width and height. And if you entering the measurement of width and height, suppose I am giving 4 inch here, 6 inch, then it is created, it will be created. After selecting the rectangle tool, if you drag the mouse pointer by pressing shift button, then it will be a square object. Okay, or similarly, after selecting the ellipse tool and drag the mouse pointer by pressing shift button, then it will make circle, otherwise it will be ellipse. Okay, suppose if you want to make polygon, then if you click mouse for a single time, then it will ask for the radius and how many sides you want to make. If you want to make hexagon, then you fill here 6, and radius, if you give in the radius box, is 2 inch. Click OK, then it will make a hexagon which radius is 2 inch. If you want to erase the object, then you press delete or backspace, then the selected object will be erased or deleted. Okay, now selection tool. The selection tool, direct selection tool and group selection tool can be used to select either the entire object or a part of an object. The selection tool is called black arrow. Click the selection tool with the mouse pointer for using the tool, and it will be selected. And if the mouse pointer is brought in the screen after selecting the tool, the mouse pointer takes the shape of a black arrow, that is selection tool, and click the object and the object will be selected. If I click here with the selection tool, this object will be selected, or if I click here with the selection tool, this object will be selected. Now If any object is selected with selection tool, rectangular, circular or bounding box is created around the object. Suppose I select this object, here showing 4 hollow boxes on the 4 corner of the object and 4 hollow boxes on the 4 arm. This is called bounding box. These boxes are used to resize your object. Suppose I put the mouse pointer on this box, there will be show an arrowhead. By clicking and dragging, we can make the object increased or reduced. If you place the mouse pointer slightly outside of the box, there will be, or you will show a curved arrow, and by using this curved arrow you can rotate your object like this. Keep pressing with shift button. If you resize, then it will enlarged or reduced proportionally. Okay. Clicking the center of the selected object with the selection tool or any of the arm or any part of the object and dragging, it will be shifted anywhere like this. For selecting more than one object together, what will you do? After selecting first object like this, and keep pressing the shift button and select the next object, then the both object will be selected, and you are showing here a bounding box around 2 objects which are selected. Now by clicking and dragging the bounding box, both object will be enlarged or reduced. And if you drag the mouse pointer by pressing shift button, it will enlarge or reduce according to proportion. Click the mouse pointer on an empty space on the screen, the object will be selection free. If any particular object requires to be selection free from numerous selected object, click the object while pressing shift button. Suppose there are 3 objects, I select these and these and these. There are 3 objects, all are selected. Now I want to make this circle is selection free, make selection free. So what I will do? I'll do by pressing shift button, click on this circular object by mouse pointer, then it will be selection free. Okay. And if I want to this object make selection free, then click on this object by pressing shift, then it also will be selection free. Okay. Now direct selection tool. The right side of the selection tool, which is direct selection tool, it's also called white arrow. The direct selection tool or the white arrow is used to select the segment of the object or the entire object. A part of the object can separately be enlarged or shorten by selecting any anchor point of the object with the direct selection tool. Suppose by using direct selection tool, I click on this anchor point, then this anchor point will be selected, and I click and drag, then this part will be enlarged, and if I click here and drag, then it will be look like that. Now grouping object. Sometimes we need to keep our several object in a group, and for this you have to select all the object that you want to make group and go to the object menu and click on group, then it will be a group. Okay, now while I to make the grouped object ungrouped, click an object and from the list, if you click ungroup, then all object will be ungrouped. While working with more than one object, it is required to keep one or more than object locked. As a locked object cannot be selected, the editing work cannot be done, so the locked object cannot be changed by mistake. To lock an object, select the particular object and give the lock command from the object menu. Now this object is locked. No editing work can be done with this object. This object you can move anywhere, but this object you cannot move because this object is locked, but these are not. If it is required to edit or change the locked object, unlock it. To unlock an object, select the unlock all from the object menu, then the object will be unlocked. After selecting any object with the selection tool and giving the cut command from the edit menu, the object will disappear and it will be copied if the copy command is given. Any cut and copied object is stored on the clipboard, and if the paste command is given from the edit menu, then the object will be pasted on the screen. The object can be shifted anywhere by dragging it with the selection tool. If any object is dragging while pressing the Alt button of the keyboard, it is shifted after a copy is created. Now layer means step. In this process, editing can be done while keeping different objects on different steps. This layer or step can be compared to transparent glass or polythene. If 3 objects or pictures are created on 3 glasses or transparent media and placed on the other, 3 objects will be viewed. These 3 glasses or media are regarded as layer. If layer palette is not viewed on the screen, give the layer command from the window menu. The layer palette will be viewed here. At the beginning, only one layer will be on the palette, and its name is layer 1. After finishing the work of a layer, add a new layer on the palette to create a new object. Suppose I create a rectangular box and fill a color with green. The rectangular box with green color is showing on the layer 1. I can make the layer visible or invisible from the layer visibility icon, that is a eye is showing here, eye button is showing here. If I click on, the object of this layer will be invisible, and if I click here, the layer visibility icon is showing here. That means the object of this layer is visible. We can also make the object of this layer locked or unlocked by clicking here. If I click here, then the object of this layer will be locked. No editing work can be done here. Okay, and clicking here also it will be unlocked. Now we can make editing work here. A new layer will be added on the layer palette when you click the create new layer icon below the row of the palette. Here is a button for a create new layer. If I click here, new layer will be created. Here layer 2 is created, and after selecting this layer 2, if I make a circular object, and layer 1 is a green rectangular box and layer 2 is a red circular box. One thing is here, that is the layer of this list which is on the top, the object of this layer also on the top of the screen. If I click layer 2 and drag below the layer 1, then layer 2, that means circular object will go in the back of the rectangular object. If I hide layer 1 by clicking the layer visibility icon, then circular object will be visible. Now if I want to cancel any layer, by selecting the layer and the delete command from the pop-up menu on the layer palette, the selected layer will be cancelled. From here, if I click, it will be here will be a pop-up menu, and from here we can delete layer. A notification will be shown or confirmation message will be shown here. If I click yes, the layer and the object of the layer will be deleted. Similarly, we can also delete the layer from the bottom of the layer palette. There is a bin. If I click the bin, the selected layer will be deleted. Color bar or color spectrum bar, gradient, etc. are used to color the object. Suppose I click on the fill button. We can choose a color from here. Then the selected color will be filled on the object. You can also fill the color with color palette from color palette. Okay student, that was all about for today. In next class I will show the use of the another tools of the Adobe Illustrator. Till then, goodbye.